guys, welcome to the channel. My name is Claire, this is Polly Put the Petal On, and today I'm coming to you with the Aldi Easyhome Heated Airer, Clothes Maiden, an electric one, you know, that heats your clothes up and gets them drier a lot quicker than, you know, and it saves having all that damp washing hanging about, doesn't it? So I've been using mine since last Thursday. That's when they came in store. I do know that they're sold out online. In fact, they were sold out online before they even got in store. So I don't know how that worked out. I'm going to flash up what we're talking about so you know what we're talking about. But very, very soon, after I've given you some statistics, we're going to move over to the Airer. And I'll just show you, I'll just give you a quick overview of and how I like to fold my clothes on it, having used it for a number of days now, and then we'll come back here and I'll let you know my verdict. So yeah, I'll just give you some statistics, and you know, you should be seeing a picture of what we're talking about anyway right now. And its corded cable length is 1.4 meters approximately. The dimensions of the actual Clothes Maiden, when it's, you know, when the wings are out, is 147 by 54 by 94 centimeters, and when it's closed it's 113 by 54 by 54 centimeters. It was £39.99, in case I haven't told you that price. There was another one, an upright one, that was £89.99, but I believe that's sold out online too. And that was upright, you know, quite a tall piece. I wasn't sure how tall because I didn't really look into it, because of course I was more interested in this one with the wings. It's made from aluminium and it's very lightweight at 3 kilograms. And the voltage is 220 to 240 with 230 wattage. There's 20 bars, foldable wings, and you must ensure that those wings are out before you turn it on. Stores away easily, comes with a cover, which is absolutely fabulous in my estimation. And it's got a 3-year warranty, and you get your warranty card on the back of your user manual there. And although it is out of stock online now, I've checked this morning, and it is coming back in stock on the 18th of December this year, which is fabulous because we've still got winter left, haven't we? So it is fabulous to know that they are coming back if you are interested in buying one, after you've you know, listened to this review, or if you were interested in buying one anyway. They will be back in stock on the 18th of December, but it's a case of when they're gone, they're gone. So you've got to be quick, haven't you guys? They cost less than 7p an hour to run, which is fabulous, because I went online this morning and I Googled how much is a dryer costing since the price hike. And it was between £1.53 and £2.16 per load. And that depends on your provider, and of course on your dryer, and of course what you're drying, doesn't it, really? So yeah, so let's go over and I'll give you a little rundown of it. So this is what we're talking about. I've got the cover on it because I've got mine switched on. I've got some washing on there that I've just done. The cover comes in a lovely vibrant blue colour. You know, it's not matching my decor, but it doesn't matter, because what it's doing is it's doing the job and it's helping. Now I can feel already standing by here, and it's only been on a number of minutes, heat coming off that. So it's quite a little heat source in the room as well, you know, for less than 7p an hour. It's got these little holes in the top, and I'm assuming that's because, you know, they're drying and the steam will come off the clothes because they're wet, obviously. So that's coming out of there. What I did think of though, I'll just tip you up. What I did think of was getting a couple of those dehumidifiers, you know, those little box ones from Poundland or any of the budget shops. And I've been thinking about it and putting those underneath or around this section of the room where I'm going to be drying the clothes over winter, because that will help absorb some of the moisture out of the air, and helps. I didn't realise that it really does help your clothes dry quicker too, having a dehumidifier. So just those little box ones. So yeah, so let me get back to this. So I'm going to uncover it for you for a moment. I've got, because I'll show you how easy it is to get this cover on as well, because it's fitted, so it's fabulous. And so I'll just put that there. The smell of washing is absolutely gorgeous. So I have got on here, I've got a towel that I've placed, I've folded it in half and I've placed it over 2 of the bars. I've got that bar free for some reason, so I could quite possibly put something else there, which I'm going to put this t-shirt there. So how I'm putting my t-shirts now, after using it for a number of days, because I was just hanging them, but it just meant that this top section, this middle section on the t-shirt was getting dry, but these, you know, if you went down, it was still damp down here. And it would take a number of hours for it to dry. So now I am folding the t-shirt in half and then in half again, ensuring that your arms are going across the bar, so that they're getting dry too. And then what I do, or what I have been doing, is, you know, sporadically coming under, taking the cover off, coming under, and then changing, refolding the clothes into a different way, so they were drying in a better way. That's what I can say about it. Is, you know, after a couple of hours, say, take your cover off, go back in and rejig your folding and stuff, to ensure that, I mean, this has been on only for a short space, and that sleeve is almost dry on the top there where it's been on the rung. That bottom part isn't, but of course I would go back in and rejig it. But it works like a dream. And what it does as well, guys, is that it heats up really quick. I did put it to the test when I first plugged it in. I held onto the bars and it heated up pretty quick, so it's really quite efficient in that way. You know, it's not taking ages to heat through. It's super lightweight, and these wings, I would say, I don't know whether I said it before, but make sure you put light things on the wings, I would say, for definite, because you don't want it toppling over, or you don't even want your wings breaking off, do you? You don't want to damage it. No. So yeah, so I'm really liking this so far. There is a couple of other things, you know, that I could say about it. In fact, we'll go back and sit down in a minute, and yeah. So that's, you know, I've got my washing on there, and it's really nice and toasty. It really is. And like I say, some of those areas, in fact, on that one, you can see how drying it is by that, can't you? So I'm gonna turn that over again. And it's much better than just leaving wet washing on a usual clothes maiden, you know. So I've turned that over now and I've rejigged it, and then I'll rejig it again, and I'll be rejigging it all day. And that's only from a few minutes, you know, well, about half an hour. So I'm going to put the cover on now, which is really easy because it's fitted. So you go corner to corner on your wings there. You've got your on and off switch. I'll just keep my basket there. You've got your on and off switch here, and you know when it's on because there's a little red light. It's just, can you see? I'm not sure whether you can. Yeah, it's just here on the on that black section there. and it's just a quick flick. And what's really good about it is it's got a plastic covering on it, you know, so if you've got wet hands from your wet washing, and certainly so there's no steam that goes into that electric point, and you get electrocuted. So yeah, it's got a little red light to ensure that it's on, so you know it's on, and that cover is super easy to put over. Pull it down, and there you go. That's it. You just leave it, and then I'll recheck that in an hour, and I'll rejig my washing. I am super happy with it, guys, and that's the truth. I really am. I think it's fantastic. It's much better than a clothes maid, and I've not had my other clothes maiden out since I've had that. Although, you know, there's no harm in getting it out, because I am using my radiator airers too. You know, so I could be zipping through the washing, but I've got my washing right down, and I'm doing one small load per day that's enough to go on to that, and it's just brilliant, and I'm not switching the dryer on. What I will say is, the other night I'd put my washing on there, it'd been on a couple of hours, and then I was going to bed and I left the cover on. Don't leave the cover on, because then I found when I came down the next morning, because it had been warm but was still wet and I'd left it underneath, it kind of sweat sort of thing, the same as if it would do in a dryer. You know, if your dryer was running and it had stopped and your clothes weren't dry, and then you get that awful smell, you know, that awful smell. So yeah, it wasn't quite as pungent as that awful smell, but it was there. Do you know what I mean? So what I would do, and what I will be doing in future, is if it's still wet by the time I go to bed, I will take the cover off, and then it will just be like a normal clothes airer anyway. And it'll just be, you know, in the natural atmosphere in the house, you know, rather than being trapped underneath that cover to sweat sort of thing, if you know what I mean. So that's one thing that I did find. What I really do like about it as well is that they do provide you with the cover. I mean, I don't know whether I said that before, I might be repeating myself, but, you know, some companies, you buy something from them and then you've got to buy add-ons, haven't you, you know, and you just, it's pointless. So it's great that the cover does come with it, I think, and that you've not had to buy it as an extra, because then it sticks to that price of $39.99, and I think that's a good price point. And I couldn't give you a specific drying time on anything, because of course you're using that many different materials, aren't you? You know, we all wear different materials, so if it's lightweight, it's going to be like anything. If it's lightweight and made of certain materials, then, you know, my daughter's tights, for instance, for work, nylons, they dry quicker than a pair of socks. Do you know what I mean? So I couldn't give you a specific drying time. And of course, it depends on whether you're on, you know, whether you've got the time as well to be taking the cover off and rejigging and refolding the washing. And like I said to you before, it gives you quite a fair bit of heat if you go and stand by it, you know, which is got to be a bonus, hasn't it, guys? All in all, I am super happy with it, and I would recommend it. I really would recommend it. And so if you are in the market for a heated airer, whether you're going to hold out till December the 18th, whether you're lucky enough to get one in your store this week, or you were lucky enough to get one last week, you know, I think they're getting a thumbs up from me. You know, the fact that it's lightweight, the fact that you can fold it, and you can store it away, you know, because you're not going to be using that in the summer. you'll just go back to your normal, you'll go back to your washing line and your normal clothes made, and I will anyway, you know, but that I can store that away quite easily with minimum space, ready for the winter, the cold and wet, and wet days and stuff, you know, and especially while we've got this bloody price hike on the electricity and the gas. So I hope that was of some use to you, any of you that, you know, that may have needed to watch that or just wanted to watch that. I really do hope it was of some use. And thank you for watching. I'll be back tomorrow. I'm not too sure. I've got a couple of hauls, and I've also got an autumn swag or wreath to make. So I'm not too sure what I'm coming back with, but rest assured I will be with you tomorrow. So do take care, and thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all then. Take care. Bye.